Hello, welcome to Wednesday Night Chat, 7 p.m. sharp. Hello, Knights of O. He said that he wants the Tech 33 on C-Link tonight. Speaking of C-Link, let's go there, okay? Because I've been watching the auction closely, just for fun. Yesterday, I watched that auction. I was tempted to place a few bids, but by the time that I sit down and watch the auction, I think it started 8 p.m. Eastern time. Hello, Stephen. The highest bid has already surpassed my max bid. I'm pretty um, disciplined. That's the right word. I'm pretty disciplined when it comes down to bidding. I do my homework. I sit down. I figured out what my maximum bid is, and if the bid go way high, I move along. I don't chase. Cannot do that. Cannot let your emotion get the best of you. Not in the auction bidding business. So let's go there. Let's go there and take a look at your Tech 33 Knights of O. Let's take a look. Let's switch over to that screen. Application window. Here we go. I understand. Here we go. Are we there? Yes, we are there. Last night, of course, I will do a recap probably this weekend. This auction have 3 more days, I believe. So what I will do is, of course, do an auction recap. Yesterday, there was some crazy prices. Today, the highest price books right now with 3 hours to go. Hulk 19.0, 200K. And then you get the beautiful John Fantuccio pedigree FF19. Look at that. Let's take a look. Can't not take a closer look at this one. Look at this Hulk. Holy cow. Holy cow. Look at that. Is there a back cover? Come on. Seriously? For a book like this, why not put in the extra 2 minutes to put in the back cover scan for people? Come on. Shame on you, Comic Link. Look at that. Beautiful. The front look a lot nicer than a 9.0. So maybe the flaw is on the back cover, but what can we say? I don't know. Can't tell. Hello, Brian Spaceboy. Did I screw up the entire screen? Okay. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to here we go. We're back. Fantastic Four 1 9.0. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty book. Look at that. That's nice. I mean, I have seen wider Fantastic Four #1. I have seen it, but not on a high grade book like this. This is nice. Okay, this is nothing to sneeze at. Look a lot nicer than a 9.0. But then again, the scan is not big enough, and we don't see the scan of the back cover, so not much we can do, right? We can always speculate on why it only got a 9.0. Damn shame. And then you got this Shurato Mystery 83, another 9.0. My goodness, this auction has some crazy stuff. FF12, look at that. Highest grade, 9.6. Let's see. Let's take a closer look. Look at that. Oh, somebody put in the back cover. Right? Look at that. Oh man, look at that. Look at that clean back cover, huh? Look at that. Wow. Beauty. Beauty. Good luck, Brian Spaceboy. He said he has a couple of bids going on right now in this auction. Best of luck to you, sir. If you can't afford that Hulk, how about the 6.5? 30K. Look at this. Look at this. This is pretty sweet too. Beautiful. 6.5 with no Marvel chip. Once again, no major creases that I can see. Okay. Once again, we can only wonder what is going on with the back cover, because if you look at the front, does anyone dispute that the front look a lot nicer than a 6.5? I say so. The front look more like a, more like an 8.0 to me. At least 8. So something must be going on the back cover. Damn. Is that the best FF12 out there? Stephen Wilkinson asked. The answer is yes, sirree. It is the best. Wonder Woman, Red Hot. Red Hot, Gotham Comics. Hello, welcome. Look at that, 23 grand for Wonder Woman #1. Great cover. Out of all of the first Wonder Woman cover, I like Sensation #1 as well. I think Sensation #1 is pretty good too. It's hard for me to pick Sensation #1 or Wonder Woman #1. But if I had to choose one, I will go with Wonder Woman #1. Look at this 9.0 X-Men 1, huh? High grade galore. See, here we go. Here's another book that had the lighter green on the cover. I think the last chat or two ago, some people was talking about, faded X-Men 1 because of the lighter green. As you can see, lighter green does not mean faded cover, okay? X-Men 1 is one art book with a lot of copies with the lighter green. I mean, I have owned 3 copies of X-Men 1 in my lifetime. 2 had the darker green, 1 have a lighter green. Knights of Old agree with me. He picked Wonder Woman #1 cover over Sensational #1. So is Brian Spaceboy. How about this Fantuccio Pedigree Silver Surfer #1? Holy cow. Holy cow. Look at this. My goodness. This pedigree is insane. Insane, okay? Insane. Look at that. Oh my God. Beautifully centered. Goodness gracious. Here we go. Tech 35. I'm guessing Knights of Old may already have a copy if you're not going for this book. This, outside of Detective 31, this is my next favorite cover. I love this. Love this. Love this cover. Love it. Look at this. This is nice. 3.5. Okay, let's take a look. Once again, without the back cover, we have no idea what is wrong with this book. Okay, it looked a lot nicer than a 3.5 on the front cover. I can guess that there might be a spine split on the top. If you look at the top there, it looked like that could be a spine split, but what do we know, right? Damn. Detective 62, Detective 140, that's one for Anthony. Reaper Tate, 15 grand for a 7.5. Woo! Hulk 181, 15K. Let's see if that one can get a little bit higher. Look at this House of Secret 92. Wowza, 14K. Oh my God. Look at this dark coat. Look at that. Let's gaze at that. I think I focused on this book 2 weeks ago. I think I drew on this book in another chat, maybe last week. Was it last week? Maybe it was last week. Knights of Old said he's not a big fan of Tech Cut 35. I guess we all have our own taste. Detective 36, look at that. 12K. Look at that. Nice. That's a sharp looking book. Once again, without the back cover, we can only guess to wonder. Hello, Richard Morrow. Hello, you made it. You made it to the live chat. Now, this Wonder Woman #1 is a 4.5 green label. What is missing? Okay, that's the first question you gotta ask. What is missing? Mary Centerfold. Nice. I like that. That's a cool problem. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I like that. 10K. Sweetness. Sweetness. Just a Mary Centerfold. Sweetness. Okay, where is the Detective 33? Oh my! Look at this. This is just insane. Okay, Iron Man #1, 9.8. Look at that. 8,100 right now. Indeed, Knights of Old. That's a nice, for that Wonder Woman with the Mary Centerfold. I'm usually not a big fan of Green Label because I think Green Label is stupid. But that's one book that I would buy and crack it out and enjoy. Werewolf by Night, 9.8. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Here we go. This is the one for Knights of Old. What is wrong with this book? Maybe missing some piece in the back? No back cover scan. Damn you. Damn you. You can substitute my face with Khan. Instead of say Khan like Captain Kirk. Comic Link. No back cover scan. Back cover's missing. Front cover detached. I think that's pretty much given, right? Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck, my man. Good luck, Knights of Old, if you are bidding on this book. Missing the back cover. Not that I know the answer to this, but maybe you do, Knights of Old. Do you know what are the Golden Age books that had the same back cover? If you do, then you can always buy the other book, rip out the back cover, and marry this book, right? Get a donor. Find a donor. Indeed, Brian Spaceboy, it is painful every month when I go through a Comic Link auction to see books that are big books. There are so many books that we saw so far that are 50, 60, 80, 100,000 and no back cover scan. Madness, people. Demand, unite, and demand. Make Comic Link man up. Look at this mad #1. Holy mackerel. Love it. I love the cover of Mad #1. And it's a Games 5 copy as well. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Knights of Old. I think, mainly because there are more DC book published on a monthly basis compared to Timely. That's why, it's slightly easier. I'm not saying it's easy either. It's not that easy. It's not every day that you can find a book to marry. It's just like that Wonder Woman book. To find a book with a centerfold to marry to that book. What happened to the other book, right? Was the other book incomplete to start out with? Maybe. Daredevil number 1 9.0. Look at that. Not sure I like CBCS new label. Every time I look at the CBCS new label, me no likey. Me no likey. Richard Morris said he never understood the popularity of Mad. I never collected Mad, but I certainly have flipped through and read those magazines often in my younger days. I thought they were pretty funny, So, oh, look at that giant size. Oh, X-Men 15600, and then of course this timely is beautiful. I love this cover. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. Schomburg classic war action cover. Yikes. Yikes. How awesome. Okay. I never owned a timely book. Never plan to own one either. The only timely book that I want to own, not that I can afford it, would be Captain America 1. But the rest is, I love, make no mistake, I absolutely love timely cover. It's just that I just don't want to collect them. Too many other things to collect. Just hello, Lord Tapman, because there's two things I don't collect, mainly because I just don't want to get myself caught up in chasing them down. Would be EC. I don't own any EC book, and I don't own any timely. As tempting as it is to bid and trying to get some of the timely and some of the EC book, no can do. Okay, folks, let's get back to the regular view, this view. Okay, that was a lot of good stuff. Of course, the chat will end at 8 when the action for those auction will kick off, so that I will have to put a few bids in. I have a few books. Well, last night I had a few books in mind that I wanted to bid, but they went way over my threshold. Tonight I have a few books in mind that I want to bid, and so far they are still under my threshold. So we'll see. We'll see in about 42 minutes if they stay low, and then I can put my bid to work. Yes, Lord Tedman, Jack, the EC cover, some of the, just like timely, not everything is awesome. The one other thing about timely cover is that they tend to be bright red. A lot of red is used. They know how to get people's attention with all that red. There is no other title in the history of comic books. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is no other title in the history of comic books that use so much red on the cover. Insane, absolutely insane. Knights of O asked, did you ever bid more thinking you would just sell a book or two to bid higher? No. If I did, I don't remember. To be honest, I usually, like I said, I research how much I'm willing to pay for something, and I place my max bid, and that is it. Let it ride. If the current bid is too high, above my max threshold, then I move on. It's ultimately they are all of us have so many books on our wanted list, right? Or wish list, you name it, all of us. So to me, my philosophy is there are so many books out there, so many things I like to have. You know, if there's no need to have that moment where, you know, I feel like I need to have this copy. Never had a got to have moment. Knights of Old ask. No. All the books that I bought and won has been, you know, I placed my max bid, cross my fingers, and let it ride. You know, like I said, I have never placed a bid, get outbid. The only time, in all honesty, there was one time a few years ago when I was bidding on the Detective 31. Okay, that was one book that I wanted, and I placed a bid. This is on Comic Connect. Okay, so for those that understand Comic Connect, you place a bid. If somebody outbid you, you get extended time, right? So you cannot snipe on Comic Connect. Okay. You know, so you place your bid, and if somebody outbid you, then you have time to think about it and rebid. So there was the only time where I would be that Detective 31. There was a Detective 31. I placed my max bid. I waited for the notification that someone outbid me, and I did not get it. Something happened with the email system, whatever. I did not get it. So I thought I won. I thought I won the book, only to find out that someone outbid me. And for whatever reason, I did not get the outbid notification to increase my bid. So that's the only time I think that I can say to myself that, damn, I would have bid higher. Well, Knights of Old, you're dead wrong there. Okay. Whenever someone say, oh, that guy beat me by 20, what makes you think that by increasing your bid, that the other guy is not going to bid you higher and outbid you again? So I don't look at someone beating me by $1 or $5 and $20 and say, oh, he paid 20. No, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. It only works on Comic Link because there is no extended time. On Heritage, on Comic Connect, when there are ample of time and opportunities for the other bidder to rebid, to ante up, you never know where it's going to go. The only time where you place a bid and can snipe would be Comic Link or eBay, of course. Now, I said I am pretty disciplined. And plus a lot of it too is, you got to understand, I've been bidding on auction, whether it's eBay or Comic Link or whatever it is, for a long time. And now I'm pretty, slow as far as my work. I can certainly sit around and watch the auction and bid, but for many years, I don't have time to sit around and watch. I place my bid and then do other things in life, and then if it win, it win. I don't have time to sit there and watch and rebid all that stuff. So a part of that discipline is that I just don't have time to sit there and watch. But yeah, there's a few things here in this auction that I would love to have. The original art segment have tons of awesome stuff too. This is one of Comic Link, really, really good one. I mean, The auction that I am most excited about is, of course, the Comic Connect auction. That John Burke collection. That is going to be one exciting auction. There's tons of books there that I want to. Like I said, one reason why I don't have that got to have moment is that there are so many books. Like I said, I have, for those that watch my man cave makeover. I mean, I'm down to 3,000 books, and really only like 2,000 I consider keepers. The rest are just like readers, chunky stuff, modern stuff that I have around in the closet that it would be easier to give them away than waste my effort and time trying to sell them. So I'm keeping them around to read, to enjoy, but it's not worth reorganize them and fit them into the cabinet. The new cabinet I have, that is it. Okay, I've made up my mind that it is that. I don't buy a lot of stuff anymore. The stuff that I buy to flip, that's fine. But as far as for the collection, that's it. Whatever can fit. But those cabinets have room for maybe another 100 books. It's not completely full. There is one row left that is mostly empty. So there is roughly 2,000 books in there, and there's room for another 100 plus books, 100 to 120 plus books. So if I buy another 100 plus books in the next 2, 3, 4 years, then there's room in there. But the way I would try to approach my collection is buy something, sell something, buy something, sell something, so that there's a good flow, so that I end up with things, because there's many duplicate stuff in the cabinet. Lord Hetman asked, anyone use those clear backing boards? I have never seen clear backing board, so I can't answer your questions. My guess is the clear backing board is made of definitely, well, can't be paper, right? That would be insane to think that clear backing board can be made of cardboard or paper. My guess is it's made up of Gotham Comics that he used them. What is it? What is it made out of? Is it made out of the same like inner material that CGC used to slap to put in the slab? Gotham Comics said good for wraparound cover. Yeah, I think so. That would be a good idea. Carl on Bass, hello, my man. How you doing? They're made out of plexiglass. Are they expensive? What's the cost of that? That sounds expensive, because plexiglass is, nothing's gonna be cheaper than the cardboard cheap stuff that most of us use, right? I mean, but I can't imagine plexiglass to be cheap. They might go for $1 a piece, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I thought it might be more, but I guess there are some used for that. I bought a pack of 5 for $10. Gotham Comics. Everyone's doing good, my man. We're getting ready for a Comic Link. Are you bidding anything? Carl, are you bidding on a Comic Link big auction coming up in about 30 minutes? In 30 minutes, we kick off to the second round of Comic Link. The first round of Comic Link went crazy last night. There was an All-Star 8 that went for a pretty high price. Speaking of All-Star 8, Wonder Woman, I got my ticket for tomorrow. I'm going to see Wonder Woman with the wife. and Anthony, the three of us, the whole family, is going to the first showing in Sarasota at 7 p.m. So most likely you will see a review late tomorrow night. There will be a spoiler-free review after the movie, after we see Wonder Woman tomorrow, and then I go into the spoiler-filled review maybe this weekend. But I am going to see the movie tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm super excited. I am. Um, you know, unless you live under a rock, um, you may have missed the positive buzz that Wonder Woman has received over the past few days. But yes, I am super excited. Richard Morrow asked, "Did you acquire so many duplicates from buying collections?" The answer is yes. Correct. I bought a lot of collections. The biggest collection I bought was, I mentioned this many times, about 5,000 books. And then the second biggest collection I bought was about 2,000 books. And then I bought, let's see, um, the next collection I bought was about 700 books. Okay. So the top three collection I bought was like around 700, 750. The David collection, for those that follow my channel long enough, I talked about the David collection. Probably one of my more fondest purchase, the Davis collection, and then the 2000 silver, mostly silver age collection, and then of course the 5,000 book collection. So that's my three biggest. And then I bought a lot of other collection. Like recently I bought a collection of about 80 books, 80, about 80, I think 83 to be exact, something like that. It was between 80 and 85. So that's the most recent collection purchase, buying all the book from one collector. So yeah, I bought a lot of collection. Yes. Carl Bass says Stalin comments on Wonder Woman was a bit dark. I think it looks great. I have not seen Stalin comments, so I can't say. Do I expect the movie to blow me away? No. Okay. Do I want to see a good movie? Absolutely. For me, for anyone that watch my channel, knowing that I'm pretty tough, uh, um, on most movies, my rating is usually much lower. Carl, I'm surprised that he said it was humorless. Must be a joke because everyone that discussed Wonder Woman movie say it's one of the funniest movie in the superhero genre. Okay, so whatever Jim Starlin said, maybe he's still bitter after the whole CGC incident. Who knows? I mean, when it comes down to Jim Starlin, other people, I like Jim Starlin art. Okay, I have done tons of artist spotlight on Jim Starlin. I try to separate myself from the artist that I enjoy and the person. Okay, I have had bad experiences with creators, and I learned my lesson that these people, while I may enjoy their art, can be complete a-hole. Okay, that's life. Just like athletes. Okay, you can love a football player, a basketball player, but once you meet the person, you may think twice. Okay, that's the way life is. What you see on the page what you see on the TV screen, on the football field, is nothing more than what that is. The personality, the way they live their life can be a completely different thing. So when it comes down to what creators spout out, me no care. It is. Don't meet your heroes. The sad part is, I'm not gonna tell the story, is the creator, one of the creator that didn't like me, that I had a bad run-in with, I didn't even search him out. He found me on YouTube, and he was not pleased at my comments on YouTube. So that's how the whole ugliness occur. It's not because I met him in person. He found me on YouTube, and he thought I was a piece of trash. Yeah, that was that was one of the more unpleasant moments of a fan that I have ever encountered, because here you are, a fan of somebody, you talk about them, you talk nicely about them, but they didn't like what you had to say. And it's not as if I said anything bad. I didn't even say. I just said, bottom line is, for those that watch my channel and Artist Spotlight, I always, especially when I talk about artists, okay, I always talk about their evolution, whether it's Frank Miller, where he changed his style from his early days with Daredevil to his, work with Ronin, and then of course to The Dark Knight. No, Lord Tedman, you can guess more. You can guess who's the next one. It's definitely one of the one that I did a spotlight on. Okay. So in most of my artist spotlight, I do, I try to talk about how an artist changed, whether it's Barry Windsor Smith from his early days being a Kirby clone to his Conan, and then of course the big leap that he did after he left Conan and came back. Yes, Carl, he guessed it, Byrne. So for John Byrne, I did the same thing. I talked about how his early days and all that stuff, and all I did was mention that I prefer and enjoy the Byrne art from the X-Men. Okay, the most. I didn't say I hate Burns now. I didn't say I hate his work in the FF, but I said that I like the FF work. In fact, that's when I started to collect. I started to buy John Byrne Fantastic Four. That's when I started to buy comic books in 1981. But I mentioned that I prefer his art in the X-Men the most. Hello, Bad K Comics. And then he saw that video, and then he thought I was an idiot. I have no taste. He felt that he's a better artist now than ever. And the internet, the YouTube is a sewer. And I'm a perfect example of garbage that spew out shit that I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, trust me, he went off on me. And which was unpleasant and sad. The worst part of his rant on me was his hardcore fan bashing me. Okay, after he went on his website and brought attention to my channel that here's an example of an idiot fan, many of his minions from that website came to my channel and trash talked me, calling me all kind of racist name, all kind of, it was ugly. It was ugly. Yes, Carl. I'm glad that my Barry Windsor Smith spotlight brought you back. CGC fan is back. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Marble chipping affecting grading on card book? The answer is little. Well, it's hard to say. It's if you follow this hobby long enough, there are sure. If you're talking about 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, 7.0 marble chipping, you see plenty of them in many Silver Age slab 7.0 and below. Once you get into the 7.5 and 8.0, you see books with much less chipping. Okay, so that's my answer. On lower grade, no big deal. Well, a lot of people guess incorrectly, except for, well, I think Carl Anbass may have had a discussion with me before about John Burns, so he guessed it correctly. It was nobody else. It's not Stalin. It's not Rob Liefeld. It's Mr. Byrne himself. And if you belong to his website, you may be able to dig out that thread that he discussed me. You know, like I said, that taught me a lesson on how creators can be. You know, they are, you know, some people, it is sad that what I said was not even criticism. Okay, it's just preference on what I like more. And that was enough for him to call me an idiot. Hello, Huey. Huey's in the house. It is 7:42, so we got 18 more minutes to go. My room project is coming slowly for sure. Another piece of furniture or thing came in today. So one of the things I need to do after I shut down this chat in about 18 minutes is put that piece together and then make some bid on some books that I want. Almost got to have. CGC fan asked the question, how much does manufacturing defects affect grades? The answer is depends. Okay, your question is way too broad, my man. You can't ask a question that broad and expect any kind of answer. The bottom line is what kind of manufacturing defect, where it is. You know, one of the most common manufacturing defect is bindery tears on Brown's books, right? For those that collect 70s and 80s books, or even 60s, you see the bindery tears at the top of the spine or the bottom of the spine that exists all the way up to 9.6. Okay, CGC is lenient to let those things slide all the way to 9.6. So the question is, what manufacturing defect are you talking about? Otherwise, the question is nonsense, really, because it's way too damn broad. Richard Morrow said that Burns' manager, Jim, is an a-hole too. What a surprise. Maybe that's why he chose that manager, because they think alike. You know, it's not, you know, I'm not surprised. You know, John Byrne is, you know, people use the term, was it curmudgeon? I don't know. It's like grumpy old man. I think, you know, there's another term for grumpy old man, and I think that's what some people would refer to John Byrne. You know, for those that are new to my channel, I met I met John Byrne in person back in the early 80s in my third year of collecting in 83 or 84. I met him in a convention in Albany, New York. Okay, I told this story before. I met John Byrne. I went to a convention in Albany, New York, where I lived at the time. I was in high school at the time. And I went to a convention and there was nobody. Okay, there was literally nobody. John Byrne was sitting there doodling away, drinking a cup of coffee. I was way too shy to say anything. I was way too shy to ask for a sketch. So I went um, I went to the booth to find a book that I can get him signed, and I end up buying the book, an X-Men 109, mid grade, like an 8-ish. I think I paid like $10 for the book. But that's the only thing I can afford. I was poor. I mean, I went to the convention with $20 in my pocket, so it's not like I can buy a lot of stuff. So I bought that one book and I went to his table. And I said, please, can you please sign? And he said, where do you want it? Where do you want me to sign the book? And I said, I have no idea. I'm just like, I don't know. And he told me, well, the best place to sign a book is on the splash page because you don't want to deface the cover. Okay, so he opened up the book and he signed John Byrne. And that's it. I said, thank you. I left. I mean, in hindsight, I wish I was a little bit older. I wish I got more, I was more social to sit down and chat with him because he was there by himself. I still had the book. I still have the X-Men 109. I shown it in quite a few videos that had the John Byrne signature. Hello, Reputate Anthony is here. What's your beers of choice, Nick? Scott asked. Guinness. Okay, if I have to drink only one beer, no doubt in my mind, Guinness. I love Guinness. I don't drink it all the time, but make no mistake, it is Guinness all the way. Yes, Saint Satanico. Yes, I'm aware of your comments. Saint wrote, back when Frank Miller was attacking the work for hire model, John Byrne famously defended that. Yes, I'm well aware of John Byrne, and then I think John Byrne has had many discussion and write-ups and interview that talk about that point. Yeah, it's like I said. Does it diminish my love for John Byrne art? No. Okay, like I said, I'm just saying that I learned to separate my appreciation and love of the art, the hobby, from the creator. I don't really. I try not to attach myself to any creator. I don't know these people, just like I don't know many movie stars or athletes or musicians, all that stuff. I might enjoy their music. I might enjoy their movies, all that stuff, but that's it. That's where it stopped. I don't equate how these people are, if they're wonderful, if their opinions worth anything to me. In fact, I try not to listen to famous people and their stupid opinions. Did I just say that? Stupid opinion from famous people? I would have pegged you as a Corona guy, JLS said. I don't like light beer. I I had drink all kinds. Okay, when I lived in Portland, Oregon, I the back in the early days of micro brew beers and all that stuff. I drank all kind of different flavors. I had friends that brew beers and all that stuff, and I'm not a big fan of light beer like Corona, Heineken, you name it. Oh, I can't. I drink it. Okay, if you give me a Corona, I'm not gonna say, oh, garbage. I would drink it, but if I'm gonna buy a beer, it's gonna be a Guinness. I was thinking some mixed part Irish like me. Uh, for those that don't know, I came to America without my family, and I I live with an American family, an Irish American family. The last name is Kelly. Okay, how much more Irish can you be? Kelly, Irish, New York cops. Can you be any more Irish than that? Yes. So that was my um, upbringing. Okay, so Irish, upstate New York, Guinness. Oh, AG Surfer also got a signature from John Byrne signing on the splash page. Yeah, I think John Byrne. Like I said, my experience with John Byrne in the early '80s was fine. Like I said, I only wish I can. I only wish I was older and more social so that I could have more conversation with him instead of just like, can you please sign this anywhere? Thank you, sir. Oh, Comic Preacher is in Bulgaria getting married. I believe Comic Preacher Nate is getting married this weekend in Bulgaria. If that's what it is, everybody say congratulations to Nate. He's getting married this weekend in Bulgaria. Keep on going. um, welcome to the world of marriage. Saint Satanico said that he can't separate the art from the artist. That's okay too. Like I said, for some people, when it comes down to separate from the work from the person, some people can't do it. Just like movie star, some people. I have friends that will refuse to watch Tom Cruise movie because they cannot stand Tom Cruise love for Scientology. It is what it is. Some people can, some people can't. It's hey, being a Steeler fan myself, I had to deal with a lot of people telling me that how can I be a Steeler fan? How can I root for a band because he's a rapist, this and that, and you know, I've learned to separate the act from the person. You have to if I don't do that, if I apply my moral high ground to everything from movies to sport to TV to comic books, oh, it will be a very narrow list of people I care to buy or listen or watch. Okay, so I'm pretty hardcore when it comes down to what I expect from people as far as friends. Yes, Nate. Congratulations, my man. Um, Carl, you're looking for Hawk and Dove number one. Um, let me know if you need a copy. I might have duplicates. I might have duplicates, okay? If you don't mind mid-grades, I believe I have 2 copies of that book. I'm willing to sell one of them, okay? So let me know. I believe I have 2 copies of Showcase 75 and 2 copies of Hawk and Dove #1. So if you're looking for both, let me know. Well, we'll talk outside, okay? Showcase 73. Dracula Lived #3. I might have a copy. I might have a copy for you, Brian Spaceboy. Okay, I might. Are you talking about high grade or a mid grade copy? Lord Tedman asked 73 First Creeper. I do not have a copy of that. If I do, only one for myself. Yes, Stephen Wilkinson, I agree. When it comes down to staple rust, if there's one defect that I try, I have books. I have books in my collection that have rust on the staple. So I'm saying that I have it. So I'm not completely free of rusty staple. Brian Spaceboy, if you just want a reader's copy, I have that. Just PM me your address. It's yours for free. Yes, I will get you a free copy. I think I have a reader's copy for free for you. Because when I come down to Dracula Lived, that had that beautiful Neal Adams cover. I finally found a high grade copies for myself, and I can let go of my readers, so it's yours for free, my friend. Well, my email address is etanick@gmail.com. So anybody that want to, you can people can PM me through YouTube as well. You don't have to do the email thing. I check my PM with YouTube pretty much not daily. Maybe at least once a week. Not that many people send me private message with YouTube, but I do check it once or twice a week. So you can contact me through there, or you can contact me through etanick@gmail.com. Well, folks, it's 7:58. The chat is going to close shortly so that I can go assemble another piece of item for my man cave, and then place a few bid on Comic Link. The man cave is coming along slowly. I'm trying to find. Yes, rusty staple is my dislike the most, and then of course oxidation can also talk. When a cover is heavily tan and brown, that's the second thing. Okay, I don't mind low grade copy. It can be 2.0, it can be 1.5, heck, even 1.0. Okay, when it comes down to rare, hard to find books. But one thing I cannot stand beside rusty staple is yellow, brown, tan books. Ugly for me. Okay, that's just a personal preference. Some people would prefer, the old saying, better to have low grades than no grades. But for me, when it comes down to better to have low grades or no grade, better to have low grades than no grades. It is excluding rusty staples and heavily yellow, brown, tan book. Can't deal with that. Cannot deal with that. Or somebody have the name Rusty Staples as far as their YouTube screen name. Merc with a mouth made it right at the end, right when it's 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. It's time to say goodbye, my friend. Thank you for joining. Now, this might be, let me repeat, Parker Rizzo, Cavs or Warriors? Oh, I want Cavs, okay? Cavs. I'm neither fan of either team, but I think it would be nice to see Cleveland win more. It's just a sad city as far as sport is concerned, especially with the Cleveland Browns. So let's bring some love to Cleveland with LeBron. If I'm picking that because Anthony also want Cleveland to win. He's not. He doesn't. I don't know what his favorite team is, to be honest. But we both are cheering for Cleveland. But if Golden State wins, I would not be heartbroken either. I would love to see a 7-game series. I love to see nail biters because when it comes down to like playoff, whether it's hockey or basketball or baseball, I want 7-game nail biters because it's so exciting. That's the best part of the championship, whether it's baseball, hockey, overtime, 7-game series. Come on. Who does not love that? Who does not love that? I can see why AJ Surfer is rooting for Golden State. Well, like I said, if I had to pick one, I pick Cleveland. But ultimately, if Golden State wins, I would not be heartbroken either because I'm not a favorite fan of either team. Beyond the Blast Door Star Wars podcast, I plan to subscribe to that newer channel, hopefully with some great content. Looking forward. Hey, any channel that talk about Star Wars, I'm a fan. Anyhow, folks, time for me to say goodbye. It's 8:02. The auction is kicking off. I'm missing out. Go bid. Good night. Good luck on bidding.